Here's integrated 3. It's problem 9-78. It says to calculate the exact values of the angles that are solutions to the equation sine theta equals 0.5. Express your solutions in radians. So they said it has to be exact, which means no decimals, and it said I need to be in radians, not degrees. Because otherwise we would just go inverse sine on both sides, and we could get some degrees or some decimal for the radians. But that's not what they're wanting here. So I think the reason this came up is because recently you guys have learned a little bit about sine, and you've also learned a little bit about radians. So there's two ways you can do this here. You can just look, if you remember on your sine wave, this sine calculator, sine is, well, this is a sine calculator. So sine is 0.5 at 30 degrees and 150 degrees, but that's not what they asked you. They want radians. So you could use this and then convert. So I could say 30 degrees equals how many radians? And then the other one was 150 degrees equals how many radians? And we learned in class that you could just take a unit multiplier, so you can go 30, and then you can say, I don't know if you remember this, but 180 degrees is the same as pi radians, so that's a giant 1. And then you can cancel stuff out. Like, you know how 3 times 6 is 18? Well, 30 times 6 is 180. So I'm going to put 1, 6. That gives me pi over 6. So that's pi over 6 radians. And then 150, we would do the same thing, 150. And then we're going to use pi over 180 for our conversion. So I'm thinking like 30 goes into 50. Wait. Or 30 into 150. I think I'm getting 5 pi over 6. Okay, now I'm going to check them. So, I mean, you're not going to carry this around with you all the time. You are more likely to carry this around with you all the time. At least maybe you'll carry it around in your brain. So, I don't know if you remember this, but this first ordered pair, that's cosine, and the second one is sine. And sine, it's the height. I don't want to do it in pen. I'll do it in pencil. Sine is this height because it's opposite over hypotenuse. So this height right here, if that's my y value, this height is a half, which is 0.5. So if you have one of these, maybe you guys made one in class, you can use the one that you made in class, or you can use this snail one. That's 30, and that's pi over 6, and isn't that what we said? Okay, and then it's going to be over here also. Sine is a half, so that is 150 degrees, but that's 5 pi over 6. Okay, so that's two ways that you could do it. The point is, don't do it with your, you could also use special right triangles, like a 30, 60, 90 triangle.